Hi, today I'm going to talk to you and show you how to install Linux onto a flash drive and recover your flash drive. Now, recovering your flash drive from a Linux is important. If you try the Linux version and you don't like it, then you want to try something different. There's numerous ways, but I'm going to show you one of the easiest ways. I'm going to use Linux Mint because, well, most people actually enjoy Linux Mint. Now, first I'm going to install Etcher. That's ETCHER. I will put links down in the description of this video for the programs I'm using. Both the programs I'm using are free. The Linux I will be using is free, so you won't have to pay for anything. And here's Etcher. Alright, I have a 4 gig flash drive. I am using a small flash drive for a reason. I do not want to sit here all day and recover a flash drive. But I put everything in one folder so it's easier for me to find. Now, once Etcher is installed and this comes up, you select your image. You need to select your ISO file. See, I made a folder, and you can see I put like 3 Z's in front of it. That's so it would put it to the very end, okay, of all my girlfriend's stuff. I'm doing this on her computer. I open the ISO. Right there's the flash drive, and then I hit flash. And I'm not worried about all this junk. This is something new, and all this tutorial stuff and all this, I do not actually have this in my version that I use. This is a brand new version of Etcher. I just downloaded it, and today's 1/23/2019. But you can see it's flashing. So once it gets flashed, I'll come back and I'll show you what to do from there. Alright, I'll be back in a few. Okay, right now it's validating. This will take a little bit because it has to validate to 100%. There's just over a minute left. I will come back when this is done validating. I wanted to show you the steps for this. One more thing I wanted to talk to you about is, for those people that have Windows that want to try Linux, how do you try Linux and actually recover your USB flash drive? That's what this video is about. The reason I'm using, once again, Linux Mint: 1, it is one of the most popular Linux distros. 2, it's easy to install onto a flash drive. Now, there are numerous programs out there that you can use to install Linux. One is Yummy. I have found that probably 1 out of every 4 flash drives I used with Yummy, it completely destroyed. It made it read-only. Sometimes I would be able to recover that flash drive, but I have thrown away, I don't know, 4 flash drives because of Yummy. Another one is UNetbootin. People have tried everything from Rufus, you know, all kinds of programs. The one main program that I use is Etcher, and there's midnight getting in the way. Some Linux distros you will download. Alright, flash is complete. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this down right here. I'm going to close this folder because that has the ISO in it. And see, there's no flash drive here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this. I had the internet hooked up here. Then I'm going to reboot this with the flash drive. But what I was saying is, some Linux versions you download, you'll discover they are not bootable. Now that is a different video that I might make, how to use a non-bootable Linux distro and make a bootable flash drive, or one that you can install. It does take quite a while to get around all that mess. That may be another video. If you want me to make that video, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Now I'm going to stop this, shut this down. And like I said, I'm using my girlfriend's desktop. I apologize if this camera starts making a sound to it. I do have the dishwasher going right now. I apologize for the sound. I just replaced the batteries in this camera again, and it's already down to 1 bar again, so hopefully it doesn't make a background noise. Sometimes it does. Alright, I'm going to leave the USB in. I'm going to restart. I'm going to hit F12 on our Dells. It's F12 to get into boot options. And I'm going to go down to USB device. My girlfriend does not have a, even though it looks like it's a DVD-ROM, it is not. That is just a case for an extra hard drive. So she does not have a DVD, so it will not show up in BIOS. Alright, Linux Mint is booting up. And like I say, I'm using Linux Mint. I do prefer Mint myself. You're welcome to use any type of Linux you like. I have done a review on numerous Linux types and versions and distros. Mint is one of the easiest ones to install, one of the easiest ones to use. And before that starts, I'm going to throw this in to see if that picks up. I'm not sure if that'll pick up on this or not like this. The last video I did, I believe, was Endless OS, and I had to plug it in or D-Link Wi-Fi stick before the operating system started for it to pick up. So, yep, and it picked it up. So I just make sure if you're using a D-Link stick or something like that, plug it in before the operating system starts. Now I can actually go online with this. I click down here, and here's the Wi-Fi connections. Now I do not want to do that. I do not want to do anything with this. I have already shown you on different videos, I believe, Linux Mint, so I'm going to shut this down. First, I'm going to pull her Wi-Fi stick. I'm going to pull her USB flash drive with Linux on it. When it says please remove installation media, you remove your USB and then hit enter, and that'll clear it. Alright, I'm going to restart this, and it should start up into Windows. Now the question is, once you have Linux on your flash drive, how do you recover your flash drive? There are paid programs you can use. There are some free programs. I will show you a free program. I will not ever show you a paid program. Everything I will show you, once again, will be free for you to use. And Midnight's just wanting to be a pest right now. Midnight, really? He wants to be in my lap. And of course, Midnight's just... Midnight, when you get down, he wants to be petted. Once again, once you have your flash drive, if you have Linux on it, Windows will not format this drive, period. So you're either stuck with a Linux drive. If you don't like it, you're stuck with it, so they say. There are numerous programs to help you try to recover this, but a lot of them cost money. I never use a program that costs money. I will never share a program that costs money. Unlike, you know, I have videos with Windows XP, 7, stuff like that, that if you own, that's one thing. But if you want a free operating system, pretty much Linux is the only way to go. See right here, I have her desktop set to show hidden folders. It's EFI. That's basically the boot order, but nothing else will show on this flash drive. I mean nothing. If you delete that or try to format that, it's going to show as 2.25 megs. That's what it'll format your flash drive to. Sometimes Windows won't even pick this up. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to take care of this problem right now. Before I do this, I'm going to open up this folder and I'm going to show you the links I use to get these programs. Let's change this so it will be a little bit better, so you can actually see this. Okay. That is for Etcher. This is the program I'm going to show you right here. I have to apologize for the uneasy, the shaking of my hands. Hopefully the video is not shaking too bad. This is Macroid.com. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Now, they have different versions there. Now, they have the install version, which I'm not going to install, but they have a portable version, 32 and 64-bit. I'm going to go for 64-bit, and right here. Now remember, this is the portable version. Okay? Now, down here, this is disk 2. It shows PNY USB. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on disk 2, and I'm going to either write disk. You can actually write to disk. You can try to clone it. You can do a lot of things with this. But I'm going to wipe disk. And I'm going to do it quick. And that'll write over everything. And then you go up here and you hit commit. So just in case, you back click, wipe disk, and then go up here and commit. Commit changes, okay, and you let that run through. And when this runs through, I'll be back and I'll show you what to do then. We get Midnight in here. Uh-oh, he heard his name. Midnight. Okay, as you can see, it's still going. This is the quickest, well, not actually the quickest, but the easiest way I found to do this. If you watched my video on the app-based Linux distro, you saw that I had it on a external hard drive plugged into the USB port, and this is actually how I recovered my drive. So if you want to try different versions of Linux and you're unsure how to recover your flash, this is the way to do it. So you can try different versions, or you still have your flash drive. Alright, I will come back when this is done and I'll finish this video. Okay, before this finishes, I wanted to show you what I'm doing. Of course, I hit wipe disk. Now I hit it to fill sectors with 0. That way it'll fill the entire flash drive with nothing but zeros. Now, once this is completed, it's not that hard to get your flash back from this point. But I wanted to show you, all you need on this program is wipe disk. That's it. You don't need to change the drive letter or, clone disk, nothing like that. Now remember, I'm using Macroid Partition Expert. And all I needed was wipe disk off this entire program. I don't need anything else. This is it. I am using the portable version. You do not have to install this program. You can download it, portable, extract it, put it where you want it, start it, and keep a backup of this somewhere in case you need it later. But this is the easiest way to get your drives back. And you can see it's almost done. Alright, right there. Now just hit OK. And I close this. Unplug it, plug it back in. Now, make sure you unplug it and plug it back in. It says Windows needs to format, restore defaults. Make sure this is empty here. And you can see there's the whole size right there. And I hit start, quick format. That's all you need. And it's formatted. And there it is. The entire flash drive is now usable again. Before I go, I wanted to talk to you about Linux. A lot of people have asked questions online. What's the perfect Linux distro? There's not one. Every version of Linux has something different. Every version there are some versions of Linux that actually will play a lot of Windows games, a lot of Windows programs. Some of those are confusing. But remember, Linux is not Windows. It's a complete different operating system. And I have tried literally hundreds of Linux distros and hours upon hours of time. If you are a beginner to Linux and you'd like to check it out, my advice is Linux Mint. I know a lot of people like Ubuntu, but personally I hate everything being at the top. In Ubuntu, a lot of Linux distros have everything on the side. Some have, almost at the bottom, and some have like a toolbar setting like Windows. And if you are really into it, then you're used to Windows, stick with something closer to Windows like Mint. But this is how to install Linux. This is how to recover your flash drive after you install Linux. So, and this is all free programs. Anyway, Midnight's sitting in my lap, and he wants to be scratched, so now he's, being a pain. Anyway, I just wanted to notify you and let you know that you can try different versions of Linux, and you can recover your flash drive with free programs. Anyway, that's it for this video. Everyone have a good day.